Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Gunfire Reborn. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 20 bucks. At the time of this recording, there are two other DLCs that you can purchase for about $7 each. They both unlock new classes, new characters to play as, and new weapons. This game, if I had to classify it, is a cross between a first-person shooter, a roguelite, and an RPG. You typically get to choose between different characters in this game, but you start off as one. You only have access to one of them. And through progression, through the spending of in-game currency, or possibly using your real money to buy those DLC that I was talking about, you'll unlock these other characters, and these characters have unique abilities that you may want to, play around with. I haven't actually had the chance to play as any other character yet, and I have about 6 hours total in this game. On my current profile, I've unlocked half the weapons and over half the scrolls that you can find. Anyway, each character has their own unique talents, and speaking of talents, there is a talent tree. Because this is a roguelite, your progression is permanent, and these talents are universal no matter what character you pick. However, on the right-hand side of a talent tree, there is a unique hero column unique to the hero that you're playing as. It's the only unique column you have to worry about. The rest of it is universal, but you're going to be spending this essence that you will be earning as you play, and then you can unlock new passive buffs and the like, which is really cool. All of it's passive. So the game does support up to 4-player co-op, and there are multiple difficulties that you can play on, but I find the game is difficult enough as is. I haven't had a chance to actually beat this yet. It's just very fast-paced and challenging. This game gives me some really cool Borderland vibes. It's kind of like a looter shooter. You're going to be just killing stuff, and on occasion you'll find new weapons on the ground. These weapons have like an upgrade system. You'll see +1, +2, +3. The higher the plus number, the better the weapon is. As you progress from section to section, you'll come across new enemy types that you'll have to deal with. Some of them have shields, so certain weapons are good against shielded enemies. The yellow bars above a head indicate armor, and there are certain weapons that are better against that. Of course, you do have your special abilities too. Like, my special freeze ability is great, the cat has, and you can freeze them and kill them with headshots, and they do more damage that way. Every enemy has like a vulnerable spot. There are also these one-off vaults that you can go into, and if you pass all the traps, think like Indiana Jones. You just have to get through typically like flaming boulders, or like their floor traps, whatever. Once you get through all of that, you will be able to open up a chest and typically pick one of 3 cool upgrades. And because this is a roguelite, not only is there permanent progression, but there's in-game progression that is temporary. You're going to be earning these scrolls as you play, and they will modify your character in various ways. And it's up to you on which scrolls you pick as you loot these treasure chests. The weapons themselves are actually a lot of fun. I couldn't decide which one I liked. You have 3 different ammo types, and you will have access to like your primary weapon, which is always with you, and it has unlimited ammo. And then there's 2 other weapons that you can have, and you can just pick up new weapons, swap between them. I had like an ice spear at one point, and then I'm like, well, it's okay, but it takes so long to fire. So I went with this hand cannon for a while. It's sort of like a grenade launcher. I loved that. I think my favorite was the Iron Man glove. Ida Lee had a fire glove, and I had this electric glove, and I just kept upgrading that it was awesome because it was great against shields. And I even found a scroll that doubled my electric damage, or at least increased it in some way. But like, that was part of the charm of this game. Like in Borderlands, like, you find all these cool guns, but you don't know which ones to pick up. You don't know which ones you like, because once you leave an area, you can't go back. So it's like you're stuck with what you have. And especially when you defeat a boss and you've got all of these new choices and all these cool toys, Gatling guns, maybe an upgraded version of the weapon that you left behind before. Oh, there's the weapon I left behind. Now it's better. Do I pick this up or do I replace it? It's really cool. On occasion, you'll find like cursed scrolls that hurt your HP and give you something really great. That is typical of roguelikes and roguelites, but It's just the different weapons in this game are just, it's a lot of fun to mess around with. I will say, Vinny owns the DLC, my son owns the DLC, and there are weapons from that DLC that I was able to use. So I have to wonder, so as long as one person owns the DLC, everyone will have access to it? I can't confirm that, but there was an octopus gun that was in the DLC package that I was looking at, and Lee was able to pick it up and use it, which was kind of cool. There's also 2 NPCs that you'll be able to talk to in this game. One's a peddler, the other one's a craftsman. The peddler lets you buy new weapons and replenish armor, grenades, that kind of thing. And the craftsman allows you to upgrade your weapons so that they become better, but typically I end up replacing them anyway. The boss fights in this game, I gotta say, they're miles better than what I remember. Back in the day when I played this, when it first came out, it was the same boss every single time on the first stage. Now it's like, this is a boss I've never seen before. So it looks like they've revamped a lot of this stuff, or at least randomized the boss fights, which is really cool. I could be wrong about that, but this is a boss that I've never seen before, and I loved it. It was a breath of fresh air, so to speak, and they were fairly challenging too. This game, even on the normal difficulty setting, will keep you on your toes. You do have a dash that you can make use of, but you have to wait like 3 seconds or so before it can actually recharge and do its thing. But I have to warn you, like, this is not a casual roguelite looter shooter. This is, I feel like, I hate to use the word skill-based, because it is possible to go into this casually and just have fun with it, but you're going to get the most out of it if you really pay attention to what you're doing. You're getting your headshots, you're doing all your things, because the better you do, the more essence you're going to get, and the faster you level up, and the better your talent tree becomes. My only complaint with this game is how grindy it is. Again, I've been playing for about 6 hours, and I've just started maxing out the first row of skills. It's going to take me, I feel, 40 to 50 hours to max out this stupid talent tree. I mean, granted, I'm not the best at this game, so maybe that's part of the reason why I don't earn as much essence. But still, in-game, you can only revive one time. You can self-revive at the cost of this essence. If you're with someone, they can revive you, but the timer goes down faster for every time you go down, so your friends will have a harder time getting to you. With every playthrough, you're going to unlock new weapons and new content as well that you'll be able to see in your next playthrough. All in all, this is a fantastic game. I highly recommend it. Again, my only real complaint with it is it's very grindy, but it is a lot of fun, and I think you'll get so much playtime out of this for what you're paying. Well, there you go. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I will catch you all next time. Take care.